Yo, 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 what's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? I hope you guys had a great start to your week. And I hope that the beginning of your day is going well. We got some things to get through here on the stream. But first, I want to say what's going on, Wildcat, Farzad, Fitz, Hated. What's going on, Beast, Cater, Boosting,
Killer
Killer?
Fox
What's
says,
going on, Killer? How you
Hi
doing,
Smitty.
brother? Welcome in, my friend. What's going on, Sosa? Sorry, guys, I don't have the very big chat, the aggregated chat that's in right now
Beast
on
says,
this
Hi.
screen.
Fitz Carlito
I,
says,
Mr. Smith,
Mr.
indeed
Smacks, you have
has
been
been
busy
busy.
lol.
I have been busy, my friend. You have got that one correct, Mundo. Got some things to go over here. What's going on, Beast? I mean, first of all, thank you guys for joining. I know I have not been streaming as much as you guys are used to me doing, especially with
Killer
like the
Fox
last.
says,
Um,
I could be better since I had to put my
no,
dog
no,
down
no,
that
no,
I've
no,
had
no, no,
for
no,
16
no, no!
years on
Don't tell me
Tuesday.
this. Don't tell me this, Killer. Don't tell me this because of I had to. We had to do that not too long. Well, it's been a little while now, but we know the feeling of going through that and having to, like, essentially losing an extension of your family. So, brother, condolences to you on that one. I know it's like losing an actual sibling. So, hopefully that you pull it through. I know you've been going through some stuff here, Killer, and I may we'll have a chat about it a little bit later on.
Killer Fox
Uh,
says,
yeah,
it's not easy.
I get what's going on
Fitz
TikTok.
Carlito says, Killer Fox yo is sorry to hear that I am dreading that inevitable day since I have a dog.
I'm gonna turn volume down just a little bit because I want to make sure that I can talk to you guys. Um, I forgot where I left off at. I lost. Yeah. I was talking about. I know I haven't been streaming as heavily as you guys are used to me doing before, like the last what's going on, Joker? The last three
Killer Fox
weeks, but
says,
I changed my setup a
Fitz
little bit.
Carlito
I
thank you.
went out and bought another
Boosting Dave
PS5
says, what up,
too.
brother? New
So
to the chat, but been on DMZ since day one.
hey, Boostin, I'm
Joker
glad that you're
says,
here, my friend. What's going on,
sup,
Killer
dude?
B? Everything is good. Everything is good. So I'm not gonna talk too much because I think I'm gonna be doing a lot of talking during this whole situation anyway. So let me get into it. So you guys know I put out a video the other day. Responded not responded to
Beast says,
Lucci, but
keep up
Lucci
the
put.
good work.
Thank you, Beast. I'm gonna try.
Joker says,
I'm gonna try to, my friend.
gotta follow the scoop on the cross thing.
Yes, sir. That's what we're getting into now. I'm gonna turn that volume down, maybe off for just right now, so I can get through it. But I'm still gonna read you guys' chats, and plus it'll still pop up here. Um, so yeah, I was watching one of my favorite creators, which is Lucci. I don't know why people have the perception that if you disagree with people that you actually like that's a bad thing. Like you're not supposed to like everything that a person says or does. But I guess character comes into play whenever you have the humility to admit when you're wrong, and to also thank you for the bit right there, Beast. I appreciate you. And you also have the guts to call out some BS when you see it. And we all know that the DMZ community has been obliterated within like the last 2 years, especially since they stopped like supporting it or whatever you want to say. They say they don't monitor it, but they sure know how to ban people that these streamers report. So they doing a good job at that pretty fast. But anyways, so I had recently went back to Modern Warfare 2 about 2 weeks ago. I had set almost a year off that game because it dawned on me just how big of a cheating problem it was in this game. What's going on, Ghost Ride? Um, so I'll turn y'all chat up just a little bit. Hopefully, I can do two or three things at once so you guys can hear. I know you guys like hearing that sometimes. Um, oh, train of thought lost there. Oh yeah. So we know Modern Warfare 4 is coming out, and if we don't get to the bottom of this thing, we're gonna end up ruining Modern Warfare 4, just like we've ruined Modern Warfare 2.
Ghost Rider
So
Carlito says,
yeah, I
MWC.
love Modern Warfare 2, but I left that game because I've been saying this on my streams back then. Like I am a very transparent person, so I'm gonna say it right now. I will reiterate it. I was playing on PS5 until I built my own PC. And I was suspecting a lot of people of cheating on PS5, especially like the big streamers, mainly the main three that I've come in contact with. People will always complain about these guys, and I think of it like this: if you go to Google review and you have a review on a store, and you have a lot of complaints saying that this person is this and this person that, you don't just ignore that. Like that would be that would be a stupid assessment on yourself. You should take that into considerations, even if it may not even be true, but you got to take that into consideration. So before I quit Call of Duty, I built my own PC, and I was still playing on PS5
Hello,
then when I
voice
first built
test.
my PC.
If
But
I'm being honest, I didn't really enjoy Modern Warfare 2.
Tony
I
Stark
was
just
trying to
younger,
play
no.
Warzone.
So
Tony Stark just
I
younger.
went built my own PC, and I decided I was like, "Oh, Deadpool, thank you for the donation, my friend. Thank you, my friend." So I went myself, and I went and got cheats. Brother, I said this back then when I did it, and I'm telling you now, I put it out in this post. I went and got cheats, but I never bought cheats to go in and fight people. It happened a few times, but that was only on those occasions where there
Deadpool
were
dodged
other
all cheat
cheaters
codes.
that came
You're
into
on the same page, bro.
the map, and they will mysteriously find me, because my whole goal was I wanted to go and watch a lot of suspected cheaters that I suspected was cheating. So I would go sit up on a mountain, or I would go hide in a building with a stealth vest on, and I would just watch these guys. And if you know about ESP tells you exactly where people are. It
So
tells
far,
you
you're
their
passing
names.
voice
It
test.
can tell you
Seems
exactly
important to play sometime.
it can tell you exactly what kind of gun they're using. It tells you all this stuff. So you know exactly who you're watching. So I would do that. I did this for like a week, maybe a week and a half straight. And almost like I said in my video, in that little time frame, it really showed me exactly who was cheating. It was some people that I was playing with that I had already suspected, but it confirmed to me that they were cheating. So what I did was I woke
Says,
up one day,
I wonder if
and
there are cheats that tell you how are hacking.
who's hacking. No, the cheats don't have to tell you who's hacking. Like when hackers say that they know when another hacker is cheating, the most reliable source to let you know
Who's
who
hacking?
is hacking is another hacker, because they can see it. They can see a person's movement. They can see the bone direction, and let you know exactly like what direction that person is
Wait,
pointing his
bro.
gun at,
Voice
what
test.
direction that person is
There is.
walking. It lets you know. So he said there is a. I don't know about this from Deadpool. If you can let them know about that, that would be perfect. But I don't really know about that. If there's another cheat to let you know if somebody else is cheater, so I don't want to speak too much about it. And plus, I don't want to necessarily give people a way to cheat. Like that's not my goal. If I wanted to be a cheater, like I could have been right. I would have never quit that game. I would have continued to do it. DMZ is a free game, so if I would have got banned, I would have just continued to create it. But I stopped playing that game. I went cold turkey. I uninstalled it. Everything. I deleted from my PC and my PlayStation. And I went on to other things because this is a dirty game. You have these streamers on here that get up on this stream every morning, and they what's going on right along. Welcome in. I appreciate that you joined. They are um portraying themselves as being like the most wholesome players ever, and nobody can call them out on anything that they're doing. Like we have a lot of cheaters in DMZ. Don't get me wrong, but cheaters in general is not what irks me. Me? Don't start that syntax. Don't we stand on we stand we stand focused. Syntax. Stop it. Um, so cheaters alone is not what irks me. What irks me is when other cheaters are who are making money out of cheating, they act holier than thou, and they want to call out other cheaters for cheating like they are the only people who are allowed to cheat, and not knowing the whole time that you are the reason why the community is cheating. These young 14 and 15-year-old boys, they want to be like a Dillon and like a Cross and like these in a Wizard. They want to be like that, and they realize the best way for me to do it is to do exactly what they're doing. There's there's no man on this earth that can get on this game and and perform like a fucking cyborg 3 or 4 times a day on the stream. It's not going to happen. It's not humanly impossible. I mean, it's not humanly possible. Now, you can get into a hot streak, but that's just game and luck of the draw about who's inside your match. But to do this on a daily basis, and every time somebody call you out, you just have this smart reaction to give them, like, we tired of that. People's tired of that. Like, shut up. And then they are the first people to report people. So that's why I did what I did. And man, have we stirred up the pot? We stirred up the pot, and we're gonna go over some of the responses. So to kick it off, we're gonna go over some of the comments from the initial post that broke down that wall and let that damn water flood on out. Um, to let you guys know, yes, Cross responded himself. Like, you can see this right here. Let me put my cursor on so you can actually see my cursor. Where we at? Can I do it on video feed from here? Probably not. Let's do it from here. 1 second. I'm gonna put my cursor so you guys can follow me on here. Capture? No, it says capture cursor. Why isn't it capturing my cursor? You guys can't see that. I'm not really sure why it's not capturing my cursor. But anyways, so yes, as you can see here, Kraus, he did respond. He responded, W Rant, appreciate you putting my name out there. Been grinding to build the stream, cross the crown on Twitch. See y'all tomorrow. First of all, I'm pretty sure I don't really know a whole lot about Kraus. But I'm pretty sure that he has a huge following me when it comes to the gaming community. I'm known in my community for, like, in the photography world. I have a very, like, I come from that world and I'm well known in that world. So when people come over here and tell me that, oh, you just want to piggyback off of, brother, I've been known with what I was doing for a long time. I ran my own photography business in Atlanta for almost 12 years, and it was the top 2, if not number 1, photography studio in Atlanta. So I don't want to hear nothing about nobody talk about no following. I'm not worried about no goddamn following. If it happens, it happens. But that's just not where I'm headed towards. So with Cross responding, I responded right back to him, and I said, "Okay, thank you for responding. Let me remind you that how passes respond." I said, "There's the smoke response. I'm used to guys. Don't I don't know why I said that. Appropriate reaction to being called out. We are not teenagers. I don't know what I said and why I said that. This said 35 seconds ago. No, I did not. Is somebody hacking me? Oh no, I did say it. Okay, I read it wrong. Anyway, so I responded to him. Then I told him to send me an email if he was serious. And to his defense, he did immediately send me a email, and we're gonna go over that email. Um, Now, what I will say with that email, I don't really know if this is a honest way of him putting, like, talking to me during the email, if he's doing this as earnest and he really wants to do it, or if they're trying to find a way to discredit me of sorts, of saying that, well, you a cheater. Well, no shit. The entire post was I was the first person to say now and then that at that time frame I did cheat, but I've never went after people with my cheats. I've only fought like 3 or 4 people with cheats, and those are the people who magically found me whenever I was street sniping those guys. So that's how that ended up coming that way. Coming about happen. Boosting. Oh, Booster, thank you for sharing the live stream. So enough yapping, as one burger would say. I'm gonna go over to the emails. I showed you guys the very first email. And if Cross ever was to see this, he probably won't see this. I will say this. Cross, despite me getting his name, saying his name wrong, trying to have some humor in it, Cross never came at me with any kind of like ill intent. Like he was very like he sounds professional to me. He's a little smug. I can tell that he's a little smug, but I don't get like he's trying to sun me. Like that's not the way that I read it. He may be like that behind closed doors with Dillon and all those guys, but so far he's been very professional. So I tried to be the same. I wrote Cowboy. I did write cowboy. So I tried to respond the same way. And in general, I'm a respectable person. I like to have fun. I'm gonna be blunt with what I'm saying, but I'm not in the business of disrespecting no man. One thing I was always taught: you don't disrespect no man because you do not know what a person is capable of, and that worked both ways. So, anyways, he responded. I want it in. He asked me the questions about where it's going to be at, how do I quantify it, how can he trust that he'll actually be paid, who's providing the money, and what equipment he'll be making. Then he asked me why do I think that he's cheating, and then I responded to him and just pretty much copied and pasted. Code Cowboy, that we were just talking about you, Cowboy. Thanks for joining in, Cowboy. We were just talking about you, my friend. So I responded to him directly. I just pasted the questions that he asked me, and I responded to him, and I'll go over that again. He asked me where. This is going to be in Phoenix. I live in Phoenix, so I will fly him out into Phoenix. I'll take care of the travel, the stay, and his food. I'm only going to take care of his travel. So if he wants to bring one other person with him, only one other person, because I'm not going to deal with more than one other person just that has the ability to try to distract or be a nuisance there. We're only dealing with one person. And then how do we quantify it? So I told him, I said that the so I told him, I said, the best way for us to do this is to just take your clips and then we compare your clips to your clips that you've put out to what your gameplay looks like now. And he pretty much is telling me, and I'll let you see those emails. He's pretty much telling me that well, we'll get into it. Anyways, that's how I respond to it. And who's providing it? I told him I'll get the best way I think is to get a winning spot set aside. If you win, you get the money. If not, I'll have the community either refund the contribution or let it sit there for the next person who decide to take the challenge. That part I can work on to make sure that you aren't screwed, and so if you somehow manage to succeed, that's a little bit small. Even if I have to personally back it, so just that if I have to personally back it, I will do it. It does not. No, no, no. Don't start that. No, no. This is not about Sit Tech right now. Sit Tech, don't you come in here with that bullshit. You don't come in here with that bullshit, Sit Tech. Leave Riley Long alone. Leave her alone. She is a nice young lady. Anyway, so if even if we can't get like there's a only reason why I said it because I came out with this to begin with. So many people was telling me in my DMs that they are like tired of his smug attitude. They are tired of the way he responded to things, and they are sure that he's cheating. And they has also told me that they will be very, very interested, and they will invest in the fact that I was telling them that I was going to put this out. It was like, okay, well, if you'll do it, I will support it. So that's why I put that out there, and I said we because there's a group of people that I'm DMing that's very, very interested in making this happen. So that's why I said we. So even if we don't do it, I will back it. That was the part of that. So they try to take it. Well, how you gonna try to get a community to do something just for you? That's context clues here, guys. That's not what I said. It would be nice if I can get the whole pot together from other people, but if they don't want to participate, they just don't want to participate. So, anyways, next thing, what equipment? I told him that I have a PC and I have a console. I know he plays on both, so whichever one that he wants is the one that I provide. I'll get him a new controller and I'll get new mouse and keyboard. I would not allow him to bring his own controller. I would not allow him to bring his own mouse and keyboard. There are some other stipulations that I will put into effect, but we haven't even got that far yet. Anyways, then he asked me what type of cheese do I think he have, and I told him to be blunt, but not disrespectful. I got to make this bigger. That's too small. I'm certain you're using aiming hacks and walls, but you have these times where you purposely turn them off on your streams so that you look quite normal. I think I have identified these times to a certain extent, and that's just me being blunt, but not hostile. Personally, I don't dislike you. I just believe you're playing a dishonest game. If I'm wrong, I'll sit there on stream and I'll be the biggest cross fan. Like if he was to prove me wrong, if by some grace of God he proves me wrong, guys, I will go on the biggest Cross is not cheating forever. I will become his biggest fan. I will be not his biggest fan because I don't really care for but I've I know actually celebrities, so I'm not really like infatuated with that side of things. Like I think it's cool. I think it's dope. That's how some people gameplay is, but I don't really care like that. But I will be just as vocal about him not being a cheater if he was to prove me wrong. Um, so, anyways, when I responded to him on that, he responded to this. He said, "That doesn't sound fair. So you take the my best moments I have to recreate create them in a single stream on a setup I'm not used to. I was more so thinking I could have 4 hours to get as many kills as I do on a normal stream, and I'll have to get within 10 kills of a 4 hour span. That sounds more realistic and quantifiable." So what he's trying to say is that, well, I think that the parameters that you're using, which are the parameters that he put out of his gameplay about himself. I didn't go and get a collage and make this content and put it out on Cross's on his own feed. He did that. He's not going to even show. Not I don't know what. Not even legit. I don't like the sound of any big streams because they cheat. Yeah, young game. One more moment. Blah blah blah. Following him. He's a fan. If he's a she's right along said I too will follow him. But so he's saying that it is wrong for me to the clip that he put out about his best moments and compare that to how he performs in studio. So he's saying that he wants to do a kills challenge. To be honest with me, kill challenge doesn't mean anything because anybody can have a hot streak and they can get some kills. That's not what's going to tell you what a cheater is. I'm going to be looking at him. What's going on? Welcome back, serial killer. I'm going to be looking at his gameplay and I'm going to compare the way that he aims, the way that he tracks people, his awareness, his sniping ability, his own target acquisition, and how fast they get back onto target, the way he moves from one moves out of frame and back to another player. That's what I'm going to be looking at. So he's like, well, I don't think that's fair. How is that not fair? Because I'm maybe above average. I've had a 14 or in a 15 kill game like twice out of 3 years. Like only, and I remember them because it's so memorable. I know I had a 13 and a 15 kill, and I would never forget those because that's the only time I ever done it. But he wants me to allow it to be a kill thing. That's not gonna work because of he can still get like play legit and get some kills, and he could come in there and not use hacks and play normal and get some hacks. It's not gonna and not hack and get some kills. So that's I'm not gonna let you get over on me like that. It's not gonna happen. And then the other thing to this is that he has a little quite a follow. I don't know how many followers he has, but I'm pretty sure he has a good following. And what's gonna happen is he's gonna let people. You need to reach out to me. DM. I already did. I already did. Coleslaw. I already messaged you right before I came on. I messaged you, and I'm gonna message you again after I get off this. But the other thing is that just opens up for him and for these younger guys in that watches his stream and these older guys and other people that he's in the cahoots with to get inside of his game and allow him to kill them. Like we're not gonna be fooled. I'm not gonna allow you to like trick me out of $5,000. Like what are you like? Well, who do you think I am? You can't manipulate. You can't manipulate me. I'm not somebody in somebody's pulpit. No shade at him, but I'm not going to allow that to happen. That makes no sense because the whole accusation is not about killing. The accusation is about how you kill, how fast you kill, how you seem to always know where people are, how you always locked on. That is the what's going on. I don't know how to say your name, but yeah, what's going on? That's the actual proof that will let me know if you are cheating or not. Because if you can't use cheats here and you're not using cheats there, your aiming should still be the same. The way that you acquire, you get on target should be the same. How accurate you are with your bullet placement should be the same because that's just muscle memory. And going back up to what he was saying earlier, he said that he wants to know what He wants to know what equipment he'll be using. I'm going to get you the same exact keyboard and mouse that you got, or PlayStation or controller, whichever one you're going to have it. So there shouldn't be no difference. What I'm going to eventually ask him for once we get into an agreement, if we get to one, because I'm getting to the point to where I don't think they actually want to do it. They want to find a way to discredit me from doing it. Say that, oh, I need you to. Dylan said we'll talk about that. Anyways, I think that's the goal that they're going towards, and it's not gonna work, my friends. Me amigos, it won't work. Anyways, continue to move on with the message. So I responded to him. I said, "You getting a certain amount of kills wouldn't be fair to you, and that's not what I'm proposing or looking at. We can get a anyone can pretty much what I just said. Anyone can get on the hot streak, blah blah blah, and all that stuff should be baked into your memory because I'm looking for your on target acquisition, your accuracy, and all that stuff." And then he responded. He said, that is such a subjective way to do this. I'm saying pick any 3 or 4 hour stream, average how many kills I get on stream, then I get 4 hours to get that many streams with a buffer of 5 kills. But then again, that's not exact. That's not what I want to do. That's not. Haste is a nobody. I'm not discussing Haste. Um, so that's again is he wants to go back to get me to agree to a kill count. I'm not gonna agree to a kill count. There's too many unknowns in a kill count, and again, nobody questioned how many people you kill. That's never been the question. The question's been how you kill people. So getting a kill count does nothing to me. You can get 800 kills in one game, and it would tell me nothing if I can't look and see how you're getting those kills. Um, So I responded to him. I said, let me think and brainstorm on what works and what's the most effective way to do this because on the kills with the kills that open up the world of too many unknowns. Pretty much what I just said. I'll talk to the community and brainstorm. And I'm aware that we have I'm aware that we would have like nutcases here that would suggest anything. So I'm not just gonna listen to anybody. But if you guys have any suggestions or what you think will be fair on a way to do this challenge so that it's fair to Dylan, I mean not Dylan, fair to Cross, but also fair to us, so that we can leave there without any doubt that he is a legit player or he's a hacker. Let me know, please let me know, because of what he's proposing now for as a kill count would not happen. And especially, it is not really a big issue when it comes to Cross. The bigger issue is when it comes to Dylan. If Dylan accepts the challenge, which if he does, he does. He don't, he don't. But Dylan is the only one, and I said this years ago, and I'm saying this now. Dylan is the only one that I can see getting even closely remotely to the way that he plays. I don't think that is. I think there's going to be a big fall off, but he's still going to be a good player because, in my belief, I'm not hating on Dylan, but because in my belief, without cheats, I still think Dylan is better than 90 to 95% of the people that play DMZ without cheats. But I just think that the cheats give him a further, like a wow factor to his gameplay. Like when it comes to movement, you can't cheat movement. You can't cheat like his game sense when it comes to like knowing how to jump into buildings, how to get on things. These are things that he studied and he knows these things. And this is why I watch Dylan. He's the only person so that I can't do a kill count. Kill count would tell me nothing because I'm pretty sure that he still would get a high kill count, but not a 20, 30 kill count. It won't happen. Um, so then he responded to me and he said, "That's why I'm saying we don't even need to do a stream or have it be a 30-minute delay. No funny business with that. No, sir. I'm definitely doing a stream. Not because of views, because of like even with this, I've gained a little like maybe 100 or 200 followers, but it's not about me like gaining followers. But if I don't have people see this live and he somehow do pull it off, then he would just end up having the same go around over and over about him being a cheater. People probably would think that I'm in cahoots with him if he was to pull it off. So it has to be on stream. I'm gonna have cameras around the place where we at. I'm gonna see all angles. So like that's the way I would do it. I'm not, I don't have like a big back. I don't have a sponsor. I don't have anybody that will help me do this. I'm gonna reach out to people, but I'm gonna do it like a legit play. I'm not gonna be hostile with him. I'm just gonna let him come in and let him do his thing. We both know who at least is. You're going to say that who, brother, stop talking. This might be Haste right here talking. I never said I don't know who Haste is. I said he's unimportant. Context clues. This just might be haste right here. Um. Anyway, so yeah, I would definitely not do this. Thank you for the donation, Panic. I appreciate it. I would definitely not do this on stream. It will be on stream. Then I told him sorry for the delay. Of course, we would have to stream it. I would have to be transparent with everyone throughout the whole process. Transparency alleviates the tension on both sides, especially for you if you end up proving us wrong. Even without streaming, there are too many factors I can't control that allow people to get in the game and throw it as long as they know the time and the date, etc. To be safe, I'll just eliminate that altogether from the equation. I don't think that getting the kills is the measurement to go by. Remember, your accusations are that you're using aiming hacks and ESP. We're looking for the level of aiming, tracking, awareness that you show in your video. I think this is the only way to be fair. After all, they are your own videos. So if they are your own videos, you should be able to replicate what you do in your videos. You made the video. Those were your fingers that put that video together. You the one who actually played it. You edited. It was your video, my friend. So I should not be the person to give you an out on your own videos. Like, no, that makes no sense to me. Um, Anyways, he said, I'm not talking about 115 game. He went right back to the kills thing. I'm not talking about 115 game. I'm talking about giving me 5 hours to get 100 kills as a solo. That is not, again, if you haven't, thank you for the donation, serial killer. Thank you, my friend. If you happen to see this cross, that is not going to tell us anything. That is not the measurement because the amount of kills is not the issue. Nobody's never said Cross cheating because he has 200 kills. We saying that Cross is cheating because of the way that he kills people. That's why. Um, What's going on, Nando? You said your signal at church at work sucks. It's gonna be a stream, so you'll be able to go back to it. You just don't you make fun of my speech impediment. You know I stutter a lot. But I'm gonna leave it up. Just if these guys don't go back and send their minions to go and report it and get it taken down. Um, so then I responded to him. I said, uh, I think there may be a disconnect to what I'm saying, so I want to restate it. The kills aren't the deciding factor for what determines your gameplay or being authentic. So 10 kills or 800 kills will not matter. What matters is your gameplay. Again, I stated the things that I think matters. So within the 4 hours, that's not what we'll be looking for. We'll be looking for those particular things. Then he said, well, until you propose something that can be more can be objective, sadly, it seems like we are at an impasse because what you're talking about, one person could say gameplay looks similar while another gameplay says it looks different. That's just about the worst way to find out the truth. But aha, what's going on, Matt? Matt, I got my own issues with Matt, and me and Matt we'll talk about it a little bit more later, but I'm busy right now, so I'll come back to it. So I had already anticipated this. Um, at first, I didn't think that they would have the dumbbell, the cojones, to actually accept the challenge. And if they did accept the challenge, I never thought that they would actually go through with it. And the if they do go through with the challenge, thank you for the donation again, serial killer. If they do go through the with the challenge, I would have to control the environment because nobody to be that bold and brazen when like you're cheating, you got to have something up your sleeve. You done gave me some. I don't even know what those things. I never even seen those before. But thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Um, so you have to be brazen. So I already had that in the back of my head. So I think I know their strategy. Their strategy is first try to say that, well, you propose a cash payment for you to pay, and now you want to get out. Like, first of all, I never said that everybody else would pay. I said that I would get the community involved if they want to participate and help me towards the donation towards the cause. They can. If they don't, it doesn't matter because it's gonna happen. So this was my counter offer to him because I do understand the fact that Like I'm not gonna easily just give a person 5K. Like I would have to, if I look at that and I see anything that I don't recognize, like out of the blue, like if I see somebody that seems like they're trying to stream snipe and throw the game, I'm not gonna give you $5,000. If you get in there and I feel like that you just trying to you just well for that way you won't do it. You won't like throw it that way on a $5,000 one. I'll talk about the $1,000 ones here in a second. But um, if I feel like that you having people stream sniping, or if I see that okay, your gameplay is definitely not the same, and then you feel like your gameplay is the same, like you're gonna expect me to give you 5,000, and I'm not gonna give you 5,000. Like no, that's not gonna happen. So then there will be a tension right there. Then we'll be looking at each other like okay, something has to give. So I want to remove that out of the equation altogether. So I responded to him with a plan B that I had already had in the back of my head. I was talking to another guy about this on coming on coming up with another way to do it. Everything good, Texas. Um, I'm sorry, I'll catch up on you guys' messages just in a second because I'm trying to read too. You know, I'm not the brightest color in the crayon. I mean, see there, the brightest crayon in the box. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so this is the second proposal that I proposed to him, and you guys tell me what you think. I responded to him, I'm not sure how is the worst way to compare you to you. However, I anticipated this exactly, and I've already began to look at other options. In order for me to guarantee you 5K, there will be no room for me to doubt it. There will be no room or doubt left in my mind that you won in order for me to give you that 5K like that. And on your end, you are concerned that you may be unfairly evaluated, which I understand. So, option two, in order to remove that whole scenario, we will pay you 1K regardless. So if he accepts the challenge, he gets 1K regardless. Like you come here and you get the 1K regardless, right? Um, just to come here and play on a 4 hour stream, I'll give you a 25% deposit. And once you complete the 4 hours, you'll get the rest of it on the location. Of course, we will have to put some parameters in play to make sure that you aren't just BSing your play and taking and not taking it serious. Because if I just give him the money, then he can just come down here, bullshit around, and then say, "Well, I just play him for a fool. I'm not. Who is he for me to go there and prove myself to and say and take the money that I gave him and then just go away with it, and then he can go back on his stream later on. He can go back on his stream later on and say that, well, man, I went down there just to take his money. I wasn't taking that serious, so that's why. So I want to alleviate that. So if that is the case, then I'm going to put in a contract that he has to refund that money. So we'll talk about it a little bit later on, even if he responds to it. Um, what's the next thing? We will still take care of the flight, the stay, and the food. You can only bring one other person with you. However, we are on. I mean, yeah. However, we are only taking care of his portion. I would still work with the community to get more input from them, but I wouldn't softball a session with 5K on the line like that. Also, I think it cuts the tension a bit, and we can remove the whole element of debating if your play looks like your play. Myself and the people think it's worth it to conclude what we want to know. So there's a second option. If the first one is still on the table, like the first option is still on the table, but I'm only gonna do the first option under those first steps on sets of parameters. The second option, he can 100% get that 1,000 just to come and give a 4 hour on stream play. I'm gonna stream it as he's doing it, and then we still from there get the answers to our question. He gets his pay. There's no way, no reason for no tensions. Um, there's no reason for tension. He can leave there knowing that he's gonna get his money, get his payment, and I'm out the way. We'll never have to speak or talk again. And then the community will have the information that they need from there. If he continues to play the same exact way that he plays on the streams, then we know that hey, he's just legit. But if he don't play the same way that we're used to, you, my friend, are a fraud. You're a fraud. I'm just calling it out like that. I'm gonna cut on my messages just for a second to see what you guys been talking about.
Yakameshi Fried Rice says. Cheat.
Cheat. Asking people how to cheat is wild. Who's asking somebody how to cheat? There are a lot of people I know in here. Yeah, you know what I say. The quickest way to tell it, the person that knows a cheater faster than anybody else is another cheater. I'm telling you, when you cheat, you know. That's why I encourage. Like, if you would ever have any doubts about a person cheating, I'm not encouraging cheating per se, but if you just want to take that red
Nandop
pill,
says.
do it.
Smitty,
Then you will
explain
know.
how I cheat, please. Thesniper says. No, you
Um,
don't. Texas
that's
Savage
I,
903
I
says.
can't.
I know because I don't
I
cheat.
can't remember some of the things that you
Deadpool.dmz
it's been
says.
so long,
It
Nando,
takes
since I
one to
played
know one.
DMZ and ran into you. Like, it's been a long
Thesniper
time. I can't
says.
remember.
There's a reason you cheat. Grim, Booger0610
Expose my
says.
cheese.
Expose my
Killer
cheese.
if you cross
Matt
full
Siopiel says. I think
Yeah,
once you start cheating, you
I
see
agree.
everything
If he
through
pulls
that
it
lens
off,
is part of the issue though.
nobody else would
Panic
would
says.
question him again. And
The
again,
new
like I said,
DMZ sounds
he
awesome.
will
Everyone
get
excited.
like the biggest
DB.
cross
Killer
warrior
Fox says.
in his
If
corner.
Cross
Like,
pulls it off, then I won't
I
doubt him
would
on
be the
anything.
biggest
Nandop says.
tool in his
Respectable.
pocket, because I would
Texas
always
Savage
replay the
903
footage. I
says.
would always
We can
respond to
tell by
people
how some
if he pulled
streamers
it off.
follow operators through walls or
Um,
watching the kill cam.
this is true. This is true.
Deadpool.dmz says. Panic gonna
Uh,
enjoy the first month tov max. Killer Fox says.
damn.
There is no.
Okay, there was a lot. There's a lot of messages. I can't concentrate. Anyway, so I told you guys at the beginning that we had we had a couple streamers come through, and big streamers too. And I guess this has been making some waves within the community, because we had some people to come and respond to us. First, we're gonna go over and watch the burger himself on his stream. I guess somebody in his stream asked him about if he saw what was going on, and he responded. Um, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not, because of right now. I want to let tensions die down a little bit, because I don't. I think that another avenue for them to use to not make it happen. Well, he's been disrespectful. He's being this and he's being that. And like, I didn't come at him disrespectful. I came at him on some like playful things, and then he was one. Oh, you. I'll let you read what happened there. Anyway, so here's Dillon.
Don't gotta thank me, man. You deserve it. Yeah, I saw it, Silva.
So this is the guy named Silva asking him if he saw the challenge.
I saw it, brother, but I have no interest in accepting a cheater's challenge. That guy's a hacker. If it was someone respectable with good morals, then obviously I'd do it.
All right, remember this. The first thing I told you, no, I don't. I think that I stream snipe and watched Dillon fight from afar a couple times, but I think I may have run into Dillon himself maybe once, and never while I don't think ever while I was cheating. I have ran into a house of soldier that magically knew where what zip line to come up to get behind me on high rise when I was watching. I was on high rise and I was watching people come into the 4-story, and this house of soldier came up on one zip line, and then the classic Dillon things that he does. Not saying that was Dillon, but it was a house of soldier. By me being up there, he jumped off the zip line, and then he went to the other zip line. And what I did was I stayed still for a moment just to see if he was going to commit to it. And once I saw that he committed to it, I went over there and I killed him, and he immediately reported me. So like, that's the only time, like maybe I fought like 3 or 4 people total with cheats within that whole week. Like, I did not go actively looking for people. But regardless, like, he is right. Cheats are cheats. So he gets no argument from me from there. But he says that I have no interest in doing it. This guy's a cheater. Nobody calls a cheater more than a cheater. He's a cheater. He's a cheater. Anyways, let's keep going. Remember, he won't do it.
That guy's literally a hacker. But hopefully,
I haven't even played the game. I haven't played the game, so there's no way for me to cheat.
I think Cross is following through with it. We'll see if that guy actually puts up 5,000 like he's claiming he will. And if he does, W. That would be a sick video for Cross.
It would be. It would be.
But lost any potential interest with him being like an actual hacker.
The self-righteousness, guys. There we go. That's the self-righteousness. He's just a righteous man. He's so righteous.
Yo, Tay, thank you for the 2 jewels. Thank you for the 2 star jewels. I have 100k. I can go back and get the scavenger and then maybe
Wait,
reset.
there's more. Come on.
If we worked out something where me and Cross went at the same time and the guy did a down payment and sent me half up front, I would actually consider it.
What the quite contradiction? I didn't say that right, but you know what I mean. What the contradiction was that, my friend? What in the burger was that? Come on, guys. come on, guys. First, you wouldn't do it because I'm a hacker and I'm untrustworthy. Then you would do it if I got a deposit and you could come across if you talk to the wifey. Which is it? Either you stand on your moral ground or you don't stand on your moral ground. Either we make this a moral thing or we don't make this a moral thing. The whole point of the whole situation is for you to show us that you are Dillon the dude. That's the whole point. I don't care if I got $5,000 from an ant, long as I got my $5,000. And plus, again, like I told Cross, this will like solidify these guys going into the DMZ2 as like the ghost. Like they will become like pretty much gods in that game because no one would ever be able to tell them any different without people saying no. They've proved this already, and I'm not talking about proving this with somebody that has their interest in hand because I'm gonna talk about this later on. I do think that these guys may end up trying to do this anyways, but with somebody else if it falls through. I think that will be the case, but you cannot trust. This is a dirty industry. Dirty industry. Is just like politics. That's why I call them politicians. You cannot trust these little fuckers. But anyway, so the other thing was this. He said, if I give him a deposit. First of all, you are not anybody for me to give you a deposit to. You are a gamer, my friend. You are a gamer that's niche to your community. And I'm not trying to knock you, but I'm just being straight up. Brother, in my profession, where I'm known from, I would get paid for appearances, and I wouldn't ask for a half deposit of that. So like, no, well, no, I do half, but it was never like that much. Like I would do like get paid for appearances every week. It was probably like $2,500 a week or something like that, depending on where the venue was. But even dealing with other celebrities that I've worked with, I've photographed. Nobody is talking about a 50% deposit for them to prove to me something. And then the other thing is this. No one said that you're actually going to complete the challenge. So why would I give you half of the money that you haven't even proved to win to begin with? Make that make sense to me. You are not Cardi B, my friend. What are you talking about? Half up front. You out your mind. Now, what I would do if we're gonna go with option two, then I would do a 25% deposit. And that way we know that regardless you'll leave with your 1,000. That's only if there's no funny business with people trying to come in and throw it and you don't throw it yourself. So yeah, that makes no sense. Either you stand on that hill, you stand on that moral ground, and you die on it, and that is what it is. Like, no, like stand on it or you don't. Like, honest, I could give a shit less if you come. You don't do anything for me in my life. Like, this is not gonna make Smitty like the Call of Shame guy. It's not gonna make. And I like Call of Shame. I watch Call of Shame stuff, so I don't want him to think that I'm trying to diss him. But that's just not my. I have other interests, man. I have other interests. Smitty, you offered the 5K. Nando, you came in here late. We already addressed this. Nando, don't you act like a do boy now, Nando, okay? I know that a lot of y'all want to lick on their chops. Don't you act like a do boy. Don't you? And Grim, don't you be the do boy neither. I'm pretty sure you're probably one of these guys that be inside of his stream trying to like just make him feel good and sucking his wanker. It's not gonna work, guys. You cannot bully me. where I'm from, like DeMarcus Cousins said, bullies get bullied. It doesn't work on me, my friend. You can say whatever you want to say. It's not going to change my mind. And I'm going to keep the community focused. We're going to stay focused on the prize. I'm going to let them play with the shenanigans. I'm going to put out the information. If they make it happen, they make it happen. If they don't, they don't. Don't really don't really care. What are you talking about, hood, Nando? What are you talking about, hood? What are you talking about, my friend? I'm doing good, Exilium. How you doing, my friend? Anyways, so that's what the burger said. And now I'm going to get into the comments because I did comment on this. So a guy came messaged me last night. He was like, Dillon responded to you in his stream because I don't necessarily watch Dillon streams. I do watch like all his video. I haven't watched like maybe like the last 4 or 5, but I do watch most of his videos that he put out, like those shorter, like when he like clean it up and he put it out. I watch those. So he told me, he said something about Dillon responding to me on the voice column. So I wrote Dillon. I said, I was just informed that the burger himself mentioned me in his live, LOL. Me, I'm just trying to be light with things, right? Unlike you, I never fought anyone with hacks besides the other hackers that magically found me as I was watching you hack with my ESP. I haven't played DMZ in damn near a year until about 2 weeks ago, which is completely true. This isn't breaking news. I was upfront about this in my live at the time, as well as my post. So, yeah, this is a nothing burger. Lastly, why would I pay you half up front? The whole challenge is that you won't win it, not that you participate. You aren't important like that, G. Relax. Lastly, as I stated, the only person that would ever even get close to looking like they look on stream is probably you. So I am confident. But I am confident that even you will fail and not look like the Dillon we all see. You would definitely look better than the other two, though. So that's me giving his props. I'm letting them know that I'm not saying that Dillon sucks. I'm not saying that at all. I do think that out of the 3 people that potentially may come, Wizard ain't saying no. Wizard probably won't say anything because Wizard know who he is. But out of the 3, I will admit Dillon is the only one that will make me like, I know he's cheating, but the thing is he's still gonna look good on stream. He still is gonna do good on stream. So then he responded, don't put up a cash challenge you can't even afford. You frame it like you're going to pay for everything out of pocket. Then you pivoted to crowdfunding after Cross accepted it. Anyone with a brain can see this is obvious a scam until you front the money yourself and sign a legal binding contract. No one would take you seriously. Then I responded to him, well, smart guy, from the beginning, I said that we would put up 5K, not I would put up 5K. And the reason why I said we, because I'm already in talks with people in my DM saying that they want to get involved with this. They want to get the community involved with this, and they will like pay money to see this happen. That's why I said that. Then I also said that I clearly stated that I would personally back it if I had to. Clearly, I said that. You have no idea who I am or what I can afford, Mr. Berger. You're mistaken about the amount of people who don't believe you and who are willing to participate to see you do it. But I'm already hip to the tactics that will be used and try to come up with a softball way to do the challenge or discredit it so you can use the excuse of I'm not taking it seriously. Lastly, why does it matter where the money comes from? Isn't the point that you isn't the point is that the point that you want to lock in on? I provided Cross with a couple of options. So Cross has 2 options. Then he responded again, which I am so surprised that he even obliged, because if you watch his streams, he is one of Cross is smug, but Dillon is like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna. You don't deserve my response or my reaction. And to an extent, it's kind of mature when it comes to DMZ players because they can get on your nerves a little bit. But I see it a little pompous, so that's just the way I see it. Don't get on that high horse. Then he said, Smitty Smacks, you are right. I have no idea what kind of money you have. I assume you were funding it from the beginning. So if you assumed I was funding it from the beginning, then why would you bring that up? Anyways, I was just using the words, I'm not made of money. I will go cut grass if I have to fund the rest myself. It matters where the money comes from because I would not be a part of a rug pull example. You're using the names for attention. You're trying to get the community funding. You're already not trustworthy. Download the third party cheats. Isn't someone I would take seriously ever. After you just said, well, I might do it if Cross does it. Anyways, sounds like you and Cross have been in talks for. So if you are serious about it, then you should be able to set it up. Not going to lie, I'm bored of whatever character you're playing. I would love being looking forward to seeing what you and Cross work out. So he tried. First of all, I don't know why they under the impression that they are celebrities and they can single-handedly boost somebody's careers, brother. I had a career before I knew who you were, and I'm going to have a career after I know who you are. You would not do anything for me. This will not do anything for me, brother. Not a single thing, brother. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna let y'all in on who. Like you guys just don't know. You just don't know what you don't know. That is what it is. So, anyways, so then he tried to say he come at me taking a dig, saying, "Okay, you're just playing a character online. Like, what is the character, Smitty? Like, you're playing a character, Dillon FPS. Like, what are we doing here? I don't. But they're supposed to be like, oh, he wanted his 13 and 14-year-olds, and we're like, oh, Dillon, he got him. Dillon really got him. Oh, 6'7", 6'7". Like, that's what he wants. Like, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna keep my eyes locked on the prize, and I responded to him with the same amount of aggression. You are a boring person, so I'm not surprised that you will be bored. Your gameplay is actually the exciting part. All of a sudden, you don't know what humor is. You don't know what humor is, nor satire. People clearly know that I was that was humor. I also said I'll sell my kidney. I guess I have to cancel the doctor's appointment. The downloading cheat is a mute point because remember the whole point of this is the I think I probably did some typos right here. What the hell is that the price that the people believe you are doing exactly that? Don't throw stones if you live in a glass house, but I said don't throw stones if you wear glass slippers. You know, trying to make a humor of the situation. So y'all can leave. Nando, you and Gun can leave. Nobody asked you to come, brother. You can leave. Don't really care. Like you guys do nothing for me. You do nothing for me. Anyways. But you can tell who the minions are. That this was accurate. Those are the minions. I've identified the questions. We have the money. That's been asked and answered, Nando. That's been asked and answered. Like, am I supposed to report directly to you, Nando? Like, what are you talking about? That's been asked and answered. Dickhead. Um. Anyways, so then after I respond to him saying that I'm a character and it's boring him, he come back to me. He said, "You are resulting to personal attacks instead of logical addressing what was said. Like I say, I'm not interested in a reality TV show character you are playing. I hope it's a character. If you're a real man and you actually care about the things you say you do, you should have no issue setting up this thing for Cross. I look forward to it. Me and Cross is already in the talks with. I'm not the one who holding his back. I am not the one who holding his back. Cross wants me to. He wants me to commit to a kill count, and that's not gonna be the parameter of me giving you $5,000. You can you can sugma, like Lucci said. You can sugma, and I'm pretty sure Lucci probably don't give it. Like he probably can't stand my ass neither. But I like you, Lucci, whether you like me or not. You're never saying the worst thing gaming content. He said that you are saying literally the worst you could possibly say against the gaming community creator, a content creator. You're accusing me of hacking with zero proof and expecting our DMZ community. What you mean our DMZ? It's not your community, brother. You are just a person that's known in the community. It's not your community. It's not yours. You pompous motherfucker. It's not yours. It's not Cross. It's not Wizards. Whoever the fuck wants to get on there and play it is not your community. You're good, but it's not your community. We don't just follow anybody. Maybe the 13 and 14-year-olds, and then the 30 and 40-year-old virgins like the ones we see in the chat right now. Maybe they do, but I don't. I don't do that. Um, then he said, pretty much he's saying that I'm trying to end somebody's career. How can I end somebody's career? The only thing that would end somebody's career is if they get on that stream and they perform poorly like we think they are going to do, and people understand that the curtain has been dropped and they don't have anything else to show for it. Like people gonna be like, well, I don't even like, brother. I seen all I needed to see. But if you get on here, if you get on there and you do perform exactly how you say you're gonna perform, then you're pretty much a god in everybody's eyes, including mine. I will fall on my sword in my face and say, brother, I was wrong. This motherfucker is good. He is not cheating. I will say it right there. We don't have to be friends. I don't really have many people I keep close to me like that anyways, because usually men are the most sensitive motherfuckers in the room anyways. But I would like, it's not gonna be no beef. Like, what do you want? Like, what do you want me to say? Um, anyways, yeah, so we responded a couple more times and then I left it. No, he said that no, and I left off by saying nobody said that it was a cash challenge. I said it was a DMZ challenge. But you see what they're trying to do. They're trying to throw you guys off the scent. People like Nando and who's the other little dude boy that I see? I can't remember his name. Um, Grim, I think was it? No, no, it wasn't Grim. I can't remember the other guy's name. But anyways, they want us to focus on the fact that Smitty said that Smitty don't know how he's gonna, like. What are you talking? Are you gonna do the challenge or not? Or are you gonna? This is how you'll know if it's serious. Once you give me what option you want to go with, and we get it all down in stone. Once you receive that itinerary and you get that flight message in your email, then you'll know it's legit. Until then, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear nothing that Nando has to say. I don't care anything about what his other little 13-year-old pimpleback friends have. I don't care. I don't really care. We're not gonna stay off the scent. If you want to do it, we can do it. And like I said, we're going to stay focused. It is what it is. Now I'm gonna get off Dillon because of like it came. Oh, Cross did I just see Cross come here? Oh my goodness, there we go. So now I'm gonna get off Dillon a little bit because to be honest with you, I didn't really mean for it to go like get into hostility realm when it comes to Dillon. I wanted to keep it fun and like he's the one who made me go that way. So, anyways, that's the reason why I went that way with Dillon. In general, I'm like I like to have fun. I like to joke around, but I'm gonna be stern and firm in what I'm saying. So that's the reason why I even took it. Thank you for the donation over there, Stereo. Guys, I can't see all the people that's on YouTube for whatever reason. I'm only seeing TikTok, but I'll read you guys in just a second. It's not like it's a whole lot of y'all anyways. Anyways, so now we're gonna move on from the burger and we're gonna go on over to another guy who popped up in my stream, and it was actually a surprise. This one actually surprised me a lot too. Jay Broski. This wasn't about like Cross and Dillon or nobody like that. It was all about. I think he was responding to the fact that I had Joe Wool in the clip, and then I made a broad statement about COD creators being like politicians, because that's all it is. Like that gaming community, and I'm off DMZ for a minute. I'm off the people that I put out my challenge out there for people in DMZ. That is, if they accept, they accept. They don't, I don't give no shit. It is what it is. I'll move on. But my more broader statement is about the industry of gaming. People don't understand how closely that is in alignment with politicians. Like these guys they all feed the same exact source. Like the people that's in charge and the people below, they all work together to keep the ecosystem going. So I don't trust when somebody from, that's like the police investigating the police. Like I don't want somebody from COD's community that has an interest invested in a person being exactly who they portray themselves to be, going to like determine if they are who they are. Like how that makes sense. Like that's just like my mama being my judge if I committed a crime and she has to give the verdict on if I'm a criminal or not. It makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. So he came in here and he said, question, if you were to go to the COD event and still do the same thing, what would you say? And I know why he said that, because he went to a COD event and he performed the same way that he performed at home as he did at the COD event. But like I said, this is a dirty game. Nobody that has that much money invested into these creators that have that much money backing these creators, and these guys are paid to promote their brand. Nobody wants that person out. The only person that is allowed to out that person is the business itself, and that's only if that person steps out of line or they get tired of him or they feel like they can't benefit from him anymore. So I don't care if you went to if Dillon was to go to can't say Dillon because of we're not talking about DMZ, but I don't care if you went to the COD event and you performed the same way that you performed in COD events. We've already been talking about the last year or two how we see the bullshit that they did at the COD event with the winners anyway. So why am I supposed to believe and trust like what happens at the COD event? I would trust what I have control of because I know my true character. Like I'm not what you can't give me any amount of money to sell my soul. You can't do it. But some people can be bought. Some people will get on every morning, cut that webcam or that camera on, and they will go to work on those people. Boy, they would do it. They would do it. Oh my bad. I didn't see. Damn this. I didn't see all these. Sorry, brother. Do you think Dillon cheats? You're a true character. Download the cheats. Panic came. Oh, Moose, you hurt my feeling, Moose. Nando, let's get a hack because you said that. Panic. Yeah, blah blah blah. I'll go back and read all this other stuff. Amir Dillon. Anyways, so I responded to him because I thought that was a little bit flattering. I'm not gonna lie. That was funny to see. He said, "How nice of you to join." No, I said, "How nice of you to join." I say what I always say. I don't trust it. The reality is that it's a dirty game. It's similar to politics. They often fuel both sides because ultimately they bring awareness to the brand. The only way to get outed is if they go against the grain, and that's the way for them to get kicked out. So pretty much the same thing that I said to you. And then he responded. Well, I said something about Ketchup. Ketchup just got outed like as being like a cheater like 2 or 3 days ago, supposedly. Like I don't know too much about Ketchup. I don't really follow like COD streamers like that. I barely watch the ones that I do. The only 2 streamers like I actually watch their streams is Lucci, and it used to be Burnt Peanut whenever he was on Arc Raiders. But everybody else, I just go back and watch their content. And if there's something that was said in the stream, I may stroll through it every now and again. But I don't go and just watch people's streams. Like I don't really care that much for people like that. Like I have other interests. And then he responded to me and said that Ketchup had someone in his home and they recorded him playing. So I'm confused. Again, bringing the police in to manage the police or report on the police does not do anything for me. It does not make me believe it. The community would not believe it. Nobody would believe it. So that's nothing to me. So I just responded to him and said, Broski, I like you, bro. Your content is funny, and I have my own sets of issues with you. However, However, please keep that soul intact. I'd rather you just leave this one alone, and rather than try to run cover. Right now, it's not about the infestation of the Warzone community. Y'all got your own devils and demons to deal with. Right now, I'm only on the DMZ because it's the only mode that's worth a damn. So that lets you know I'm not trying to just go on a Call of Duty call everybody because I could do that if I wanted to. I'm pretty sure I could. It doesn't suit me anything. I'm only worried about DMZ and answering the questions that everybody from DMZ has been wanting to say, but they don't have the cojones to say. Like I've always been in a position like you can put the burden on me. I have big backs and a big forehead. Like I'm pretty sure if I can't carry nothing right there, I'll put the rest of my forehead and we'll take the rest of it all the way. I don't mind carrying the weight. I'm good with that. I'm fine with that. I would take the hits. There's nothing that these guys can come in here and say to me to deter me off of my goal. The only thing that can make me change my mind and see things differently is if they prove us wrong otherwise. Other than that, we're just going to go into Modern Warfare 4 with the same exact discussion. We're going to have the same amount of cheaters because everybody wants to be like Cross and Dillon. These young boys, they want to be like them. So in order for them, and that's a good thing for them, but it's a bad thing in the grand scheme of things because these guys would do anything to look like them, meaning that they're going to go get the same cheats that these guys are using. And then next thing you know, we have a whole like melting pot, like I said earlier, of people that just cheating on Modern Warfare 2, DMZ 2, and then everybody gonna point the finger. This person did it, and this person is cheating. Oh, I'm not cheating, even though my shots look the exact way as the cheaters look, but I'm not cheating. Mine's look the exact way that the cheaters look, but I'm not cheating. Isn't it weird that nobody can get aim like these guys until they get cheats? What's going on, City Boy? What's am I seeing this? Cross. This dude yaps more than me and running. It's a informational. Like that's the whole point of the live. Where you want me to get on here and be like, uh, yeah, me and Cross we talked in the email, and yeah. What do you mean? Like there was a Cross, you know better than that, brother. Come on now. There's not. I know you intended that to be a dig, but it's not a dig, my friend. And even if it was a dig, I can take it. I'm not gonna be sensitive like a certain burger. I know I can take a dig. Um, but I will say this: you probably wasn't in here when I said this earlier, Cross. Um, you handled like your responses so far in the emails. You've been professional so much so far in the emails. Even I've sent 3 chats. Yeah, man, because I'm reading this. Brother, I told you I am not the brightest crayon in the box. I can't read this chat, look at this email and all this. I told people from the beginning that I would go back and like try to address some of those things again a little bit later on, which would probably be now that I'm done talking. But I didn't know. Oh, that's such a dig. That's such a dig, Dillon. That's such a dig. You know, Dillon said we know. He said we know. That brother does nothing for me, Dillon. It does nothing for me. You're boring too. It doesn't matter. But anyways, Cross, going back to you, you have responded like professionally, and as long as you keep it professional, I'll keep it professional. If you okay with joking, I'm okay with joking. I'm not gonna get sensitive about it like some people I know. Like it's fine. I'm gonna respond with the same amount of energy, never more, never less. So that is what it is. Anyways, I've sent you a response with the option 2 on if you want to go with option 2 or option 1. It does not matter, but watching you kill people or getting to a certain amount of kills does nothing for me. It does nothing for my friend, like seeing you kill people, because that is not the issue that the community has with you. Nobody says that Cross killed 200 people, so he's a cheater. People saying that Cross and Dillon are cheaters because of the way that they're killing people. So if we can come to an understanding on that, we will make it happen. And again, for Dillon, in case he didn't know, if Cross decided to go option 1, if I have to, I will personally back it. And option 2, I'm still going to personally back it. It doesn't matter which way we go. It's just that one of those ways that if there's any kind of bullshit, I'm not going to give you the money if I see that you're not living up to it. Like if I don't see the same level of play, I'm not going to give you the money. The second way is you get the full amount of money to come and play, but it's just not going to be as much money. So you decide, you read that email, you tell me what you want to do, and you let me know. So this is for the people. If this does not happen, it's not going to be because of me, because I gave 2 options for this to happen. 2 options. And Dillon, I would not give you a fucking half deposit for nothing. Like you're not fucking Drake. What the hell? Anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave it to that. I got to get ready to I gotta go to the gym and to work in a little bit. I gotta get out of here. If you want to do anything else, if you want to do you have anything else you want to say to me, Cross, you know how to get in contact with me. And again, I'm going to restate this because I do think credit is due where it's due. You proved me like wrong a little bit by responding. I'm not going to lie. I didn't think you would respond, but I also don't think you're going to show up either. It is what it is. Anyways, good night.